Alright guys, this is our, I don't know if you can see it.
It's kind of blurry, but
Batman versus...
as you can see, it says Batman versus Superman today on March 24th, because here at our theater, they showed Batman versus Superman a day early.
A day early.
So, and we saw that today, and so we was like, okay, we're gonna go see it.
We're gonna go see it.
We're gonna go see it.
And we saw it! Oh,
it was so cool. Okay, spoiler alert, do not watch this video.
Spoiler alert, don't.
Until you watch the movie, okay?
This is
so
a
just
Batman.
put it in like your watch later list on YouTube and just, you know, watch it after tomorrow.
Right.
After
Batman, this is a review of what we thought about the whole movie. So,
right.
And this is our tickets for proof. So,
exactly.
You know,
so.
we zoomed in and everything. So,
yeah, so we're not lying to you.
We're not lying to you guys. And we're not lying when we say this movie.
This movie.
What do you
It was
a 10 out of 10.
They give you more than what you expect. I can say that. They give you more
she
than
was
what
holding
you
my
expect.
hand.
I was crushing his hand.
Like my hand was like this, and this is her hand. Her hand was like this the whole time, holding it just like this.
And I'm like, I was holding it, but then like when I saw like certain like parts and everything, my hand started like squeezing like harder.
And I'm like, are you alright? You good over there? And I was like, you alright, Jazz? You good? You good?
I was like, yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
But
that movie was awesome. I mean,
yeah. In the beginning, it shows
kind of like the origins.
Right, the origin
of like how they came to be.
Yeah, especially Batman.
Especially Batman.
It showed his whole origin, and it had like a dream where he's like getting lifted up by bats.
By bats, and like that was his vision of like, I guess, to become Batman.
Batman, and then it showed how his parents died. You know, the movie theater.
And that was very accurate too.
Very accurate.
Very accurate
very
for Batman.
Accurate.
That was accurate, so I'm happy with that.
Lex Luthor.
Lex Luthor had
he was funny.
I mean, he was funny.
Now, right. I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm scared of this guy.
Yeah. He was like, not he was not threatening,
he wasn't threatening to me. Maybe
he's not threatening yet.
Maybe he will evolve into like a more threatening character.
Cause in the beginning he was like really sarcastic. Well, he's really sarcastic.
He's super sarcastic.
And he uses like a lot of like metaphors and things like that. And he's just not threatening at all in the movie. Not threatening at all. He's kind of like the sense of humor for the movie a little bit. Right. Just a little bit.
You know, making jokes and stuff like that. And, you know, and Superman. And, you know, Lex Luthor is definitely the bad guy here.
Exactly.
He is killed.
He is like the pure catalyst of everything as to why Batman and Superman are fighting.
Yes, he wanted them. He pushed it to so they could fight. He knew what he was doing. And then he had like a file.
Exactly.
A file of all the justice.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it because it's like I didn't want to spoil it.
Go ahead.
But yeah, he had a file of the Justice League characters, and I'm talking about Wonder Woman. I'm talking about the Flash, Aquaman, Cyborg, like all of them. He had tabs on them. Like he had tabs.
I had them all on file. Bruce went to his party because he invited Bruce because I think he knows that Bruce is. Batman.
He knows that Bruce is Batman because there would be no other reason. Why would he?
And he definitely knows that Superman is Clark Kent. You're not fooling anybody with just throwing glasses on.
Exactly, throwing glasses. You can see exactly what your face looks like.
Right. You know. But other than that, though, the movie was great.
The movie was awesome. It's long.
Wonder Woman came out.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman. Glorious.
And like I saw her, and I was like, I think that is Wonder Woman, but I was like, I'm not gonna say anything until it happens, and it did happen, and it was Wonder Woman. And I was so happy.
Right. And she was just bad. Like, I'm sorry. She was bad. Okay, but no, she was bad. She was bad. Not bad and like, oh yeah, she fine, but she was like a great.
No, like she was
great. Not bad, not meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I'm just making sure y'all know. I don't mean she's bad, but she was character. Her outfit came out of nowhere.
She brought out her whip of justice.
Yeah. Oh my, yep. She was squeezed. She just tight Cobra grip. Look, she's like.
Oh my god.
Still feeling chills about it because it was great, and then. The villain, Doomsday. So Lex Luthor ends up creating...
Luthor, that's how he said it.
Yeah.
Luthor.
He ends up creating Doomsday. He cuts the fingers off of General Grodd, and gets into the spaceship, and then somehow gets all the information from the other alien planets.
And then he cuts his hand.
Yeah.
Well, first he drags out the body.
Right.
And then he cuts his hand to get the human blood on him. And, you know, that's foreign blood. And so they said it was a foreign, you know, substance added or whatever. And then that
was an abomination.
Created an abomination, which came out to be Doomsday. And Doomsday came out looking pretty smooth.
Like a baby. Like a smooth baby Doomsday. Like baby smooth, abomination.
Like baby abomination. And I was like, it doesn't look like that. It doesn't look like that at all. And then afterwards, when they hit him with the atomic bomb, that's when he started getting like, you know, like the protrusions out and everything. I was like, oh, okay.
And he started doing these like EMP bomb blasts after every time like he's allegedly died or got hit. And then he, you know.
And then, like, you know, he involved because he doesn't die.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah. So the origin story of Doomsday was that I guess that he once was like a microorganism and he was on a planet that was like survival of the fittest or something like that.
Right.
And he kept, you know, dying and he had to get stronger and he became the big bad that he was, and then, you know, that's his origin story.
Right.
And this one, they got Lex Luthor creating Doomsday. So, hey, that's cool and all, but that's the, you know, that's cool. That was very entertaining. I like the way they interwove it.
Was in it.
Yeah, I like the way they interwove it. Wonder Woman's kind of, you know, they didn't really,
Wonder Woman, I mean, she kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I guess they
kind of came out of absolutely nowhere.
Yeah, I guess they're going to have, like, you know, say, hey, why she came out of nowhere.
Right, in her next movie.
Which comes out next year.
Which is coming out, so we're going to see that too.
So, yeah, but I have very high hopes. Director Zack Snyder, great director.
I know.
And on both sides, it was like Batman, Superman. It was like they had different tones.
Yeah, it was like three stories actually, because they had Batman's and then Superman's and then Lex Luthor's.
Right.
So like they're showing like what everybody's doing.
Right.
Like behind the scenes as to what was leading up to the fight and everything like that. So that's what was great.
Yeah, it was the whole like different tones. It was like switching tones, and it was like amazing. And Lex Luthor is just so like. He's so evil, like
he is, and he is like a sociopath.
Right. He used Wayne Enterprises, Bruce Wayne's employee that that whole war, and he got his legs crushed, and gave him a chair. And said, "I need you," and it was a bomb.
The chair was a bomb.
It was a bomb, and it blew, and it framed Superman, and it blew up like some of the United States senators.
Yeah, so all Superman was trying to do was like be good and tell people like I'm just here like just to help you guys basically. And then Lex Luthor set him up, made it look like Superman killed everybody, and like I was just like, "Dag, Superman cannot catch a break." Like, and then even turned Batman against him to make Superman think that he was. Make Batman think Superman was the bad guy.
Right.
And he was trying to tell him like, no, this is not the case.
Right.
And that's when they started fighting.
And that fight scene was great.
That fight scene.
It was a part when he was punching him.
He was punching him. He said,
boom, boom,
and then boom,
and then just like that, and
then he was smiling because he wasn't moving. It was just.
And they was just going at it, and then Batman, he's just so technical. He took He stole Lex Luthor's kryptonite.
I know.
And like molded it into like a gas, a sword, like a saber, like a throwing
spear.
Yeah. And then he had the little gas bombs that he created out of the kryptonite.
And it made kryptonite gas basically.
Right, so Superman could like sniff it up and then make him weak again. So when Superman was like sniffed it up,
is weak,
and then he punched him. Remember when he punched him? He was like. He punched him and he stopped him, and then that's when Superman was like, "Oh snap!" Yeah. That's when like Batman started eating the iron bat because he pulled out the iron bat, and he was just like, "Ooh!" And then it's just it was just crazy. And then I remember the part where Batman, they showing the beginning of Batman, and then he's like got the sex trade. All them girls that was in the basement.
Right.
And then,
the police were trying to open up the door.
Yeah. They closed it right back. They was like, still upstairs.
They was like, no.
Scary man upstairs.
Scary man's upstairs.
And then the Batman, and the Batman's branding them.
Yeah, that's new.
That's new.
That's
and
new.
This Batman.
He is savage. He's using guns.
Yeah, he don't use guns like directly.
Yeah, but
he uses them indirectly.
He's using them indirectly, but he's still using them.
Yeah.
And he is branding people with his bat sign.
Right. And they go to jail, and if you have the bat insignia, you're pretty much
going to
worse
die.
than death penalty itself because you're getting beat up.
Yeah.
And so and Superman was like, oh, this guy's kind of like, dang, real brutal. And then so Superman's kind of like, who is this bad guy? And they're like across the way here. So this is Metropolis. This is this is Gotham, and this
yeah,
is like,
they're basically across like the water. Like you could see them across like the river, basically.
Right. Yeah, because remember Batman had the insignia up, showing like I'm ready for you.
Right, and Superman saw him from Metropolis. So,
right.
You know.
He was like, "Do you bleed?"
Yeah, it was like, "Do you bleed?"
Yeah, with that part when because they had a chase scene with Batman was just chasing after LexCorp to find out what's going on and what they had inside.
And then Superman came out of nowhere and just stopped Batman.
Yeah, just because that what was it, Batmobile, it was just like crushing everything. And then as soon as Superman came, it just stopped it. He pulled open the Batmobile. Batman came up.
And then,
he said, "I need you to stop this." Batman
was like, "I need you to stop," and it's just a warning. I'm giving you mercy.
Yeah.
And then that's when Batman didn't care. Just like, "Do you bleed?
Do you bleed?" And I was like,
I was like, "Uh-oh."
I was like, "Oh snap!" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, this is."
But I understand why Batman didn't like Superman, because like it's basically everybody was treating him like a god, and like he's not. He's an alien that came from somewhere else.
Right.
And people are just praising him like he's God and Jesus himself. You know, so that's why he had a problem.
He had a big problem, you know, and then he had dreams. Batman had dreams about like it was like a Western type, you know,
it was like a
post-apocalyptic world where Batman was just like, you know, had his little people, and then they had Superman's people with the shields on them. Right. It was dope. It was crazy. Then, you know, they caught Batman. They killed everybody else because they were trying to find some like bomb or something to stop.
And like the people that Batman was fighting had the Superman insignia on their arms. Right. And stuff. And so it just looked like he was just battling everybody that was supporting. Yeah. And then Superman's like Superman rules the world pretty much. And then like demons were coming down to help him. Yeah. And some type of he sees him like a demon. Alien things. Could be like seeing some demons. Because Lex Luthor says that demons don't come from below, they come from the sky. So they were like falling, like kind of like dark angels, like demons, like, so it was like really cool. And then he has Batman hanging up there, and all of a sudden you see Superman, you saw it on the trailer, come down, boosh, right, and then everybody's kneeling down to Superman, and he just coming in there, chest all out, right, like, and then all of a sudden and all of a sudden his laser beams kills the two people right next to him, like, you know how